let's just say, for example, someone works in Lidl.
Yeah.
They earn 18 grand a year, or prison officer earns 21 grand a year. Surely they're not going to probably fit in that category of, or are they? I don't know. Or you've got someone like, let's say, a dentist that earns 50 plus.
Yeah.
Boom, you know he's going to get it. Is that true or is that wrong? So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So they'll give you like your salary. Normally, that's what they'll lend you.
Yeah.
So if you're earning 20 grand a year, they'll lend you. Yeah. So you could buy a house for 110 maximum.
Yeah.
They do, obviously, that's your wages. So if you're earning 50 grand a year, they'll lend you whatever, X amount.
What job profession would fit in the category of 5 to 10% deposit? See, one of the biggest things that people don't do is think. So what a lot of people don't understand is that I'm learning from watching you. So if you're on fire, come to me and I'll give you more fire. So one of the key things to remember, this is for everyone, is that what entertains you also trains you, and what you tune into, you turn into. Welcome back to my channel where we discuss property, business, lifestyle and well-being. If this is the first time you are visiting my channel, then please hit the like and subscribe button. So welcome back to another episode. Today we have another guest with us. His name is Scott. He has a book called Be the Best Version of You, which is a personal development book. He also has properties worth over £1 million, from which he receives around £6,000 per calendar month in passive income. This guy is also a mortgage advisor and he also has a cleaning company. So I can't wait to speak with him today and see all the value that he's going to bring and share it with you guys. So I can't wait for this. Bro, I want to be the best version of you, a self-help guide. It's like a simple book, but like from your heart, right?
Yeah, it's just so, just all broken down. It's not even 100 pages, but yeah, just broken down.
It's such a small book.
Basics of personal development.
Yeah.
Just.
But how many chapters is it?
About 16, I think.
Oh, 16 chapters.
Something like that.
Right, okay.
I can't remember exactly now, to be honest.
Did you write this, or did you get someone to ghostwrite it or something?
Yeah, I've written most of it.
Right.
I got someone to write a bit of it.
Right,
so,
okay, okay. Yeah. Because the reason I'm saying that is because about 1.5 years ago, I started writing a book, me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. I thought, I don't have the time for this.
It's hard work,
right?
isn't it?
So then I got in touch with somebody, right? And I said, can you write my book for me? And they said, yeah, of course we'll do it. But then I said, come on, let's meet up. Let's sit down and have a chat. But when I sat down and had a chat with them, I said, look, I don't want you to write the book in your words. You have to write the books in my words.
Yeah.
Like the words I normally use every day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just be a fake version of a book.
Yeah.
And I don't want it. So then there was like, okay, well, if that's the case, we're going to have to spend so much time together. I said, I don't mind spending time with you. The only problem I have is writing the book down.
Yeah.
So I don't mind speaking it. You write it down in my words.
Yeah,
and then it's fine. So like it's still ongoing. I think it's going to finish by the end of this year. So so bro, I'm proud of you, man.
Cheers,
honestly,
man.
when I seen that, I thought, because we've always had that connection.
Yeah,
not with everyone you have a connection. You get on with everyone.
Yeah.
Don't get on with everyone, really, do we? But it's like some people you've got that love for some people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
soon as obviously we met at the Samuel Leeds.
Had a couple of chats and
then
that was it, innit?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a good book. Like I say, it's just all packed in full of knowledge. Even stuff like getting out your comfort zone, the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it sounds so simple, but it's so easy to get into your comfort zone and you just sat there and oh, it's cold outside, I might as well sit in today, or it's easy to just sit there where if you're going out, pushing yourself, doing stuff, then you be the best version of you. That's why it's called that. It's just
So, see this book. Did you think of the name at the end or at the start?
At the end, yeah.
Yeah. See, this is what my person said to me. He said, "Don't worry about the name.
Yeah.
It'll come at the end."
Yeah. Well, because that's why the book was done, and then it was doing the cover, doing the title, doing even like the little bit about you and whatever. Do you know what I mean? And it was I basically obviously I've got loads of books that I've read anyway.
Yeah.
And I did get them. I got someone else to design the cover.
Yeah.
And it was like pictures of like stuff that weren't relevant. Do you know what I mean? Like a ladder into the clouds and stuff like that. And I was like, look, mate, that's not what we're going for. Yeah. And then I got some of the other books that I've read, like self-help, personal development stuff, and there was all just words and nice colours and that. So I just said, just put the words in a nice colour.
Yeah.
And then came up with that, and that was it. But yeah, and then I was also looking at the titles of these books as well, and that was like, it was hard, to be fair. It's one of them, like when you set up a business and you're like, what should we call it? Then you sit there for a week.
Thinking of the name. Love it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it was just came to it, and then I said to my missus, like, does that sound good? She's like, yeah, it sounds good, go with that.
Yeah, is your missus, everyone proud of you, your little ones? And...
Yeah, it was good. It's
bro, that is a
big
big achievement, man. That is a huge achievement, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Honestly, that is a huge achievement, bro. Like, and how's it been? I take it you've self-published it?
Yeah, published it on Amazon.
Yeah.
So that was the easiest sort of thing, because they're like self-publish it. Do you know what I mean? Someone will buy it, they'll send it. I've not even got to get involved to do anything. It's just an automated process then, and I'll get like royalties off each one that sells. Is it? Yeah.
So do you have to order like copies of it, and do you have to get it printed, I suppose?
No, they do all that.
Really?
So that's what I mean. So someone will go on Amazon, type the name of the book in, find it, buy it, they'll send it. I don't do anything.
So what's the big goal with the book then? What's your like? I suppose you want it in all the shops. You want it abroad. You want it in. What's the goals with that?
The big goal. I mean, it has sold abroad. It's sold in Canada, America, UK.
Yeah.
The big goal was just to write a book. I wasn't really
bothered about then this.
Bothered about
what it sells or what it doesn't.
What it sells. It was just I wanted to get it out there, because obviously a thing as well, kind of helping people, is that I've come from a council estate and minimum wage jobs and all this, and now I'm doing a lot in property and other businesses and stuff, and it's just the change in mindset and the change in being in myself, and I just thought, put it in a book, send it out there, sell it for whatever, £8, whatever it is, and hopefully it can help people.
Did it cost you anything to get that written out, or?
Cost me like a few £100 for the design of the.
That's it.
Yeah, and the formatting. It needed to get formatted, do the cover.
Yeah.
But then Amazon, it's pretty easy. So,
is it?
Yeah. So I just said to someone, format it. I worked out the best size that they like, which is, I don't know what it is exactly, 6x9, something like that.
Yeah. So
I just said to someone, format it in a 6x9, do the cover.
So that's a 6x9, yeah?
Yeah, it's American sort of.
Right, okay, yeah.
I don't know if you ever like, say Samuel Leeds books, they're a bit of a different shape and size.
Right, okay.
But even his smaller books are like a bit smaller. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, that's a standard American size, I think.
Okay.
And yeah.
So, fucking hell, where have you been, bro? What's been going on?
I've been busy, mate.
Have you?
Yeah. I'm doing mortgage advising now as well.
Okay.
So
are you a qualified mortgage advisor?
Yeah. So I qualified a few years ago.
Yeah.
But when I first set up the property company, and then I've got the window cleaning company as well, it was just too much.
Yeah.
But since the eviction, I thought there's going to be a lot of traction, a lot of people in property that are going to be interested. How can I monetize it?
Yeah.
And I just thought it's something different. Like, there's not many people I know that are mortgage advisors, but every property investor needs one.
Yeah.
So I've been qualified for a few years, but never really
used
into it. Yeah. So I just put the feelers out basically, and then a bloke called Will and his Mrs. Kasha, they have a brokerage called Star Brokers.
Yeah.
they've been really good to me. So I work for them on like a self-employed basis. So it gives me the time to spend on my other businesses. But
so do you work for them in their office type
it's
thing?
their business. No, like I say, it's self-employed. I work from home.
Yeah.
So
we use their name.
Yeah, use their brokerage basically.
Got it. Yeah.
So
it's like a sourcer, right? Co-source.
Yeah.
Because they're compliant.
They're compliant in terms
sense.
with and obviously I'm fully qualified, can do my own mortgages, do everything. So like I say, they've been really good with me. They've helped me. There's a lot of hoops you have to jump through. Because obviously it's all FCA regulated and all that.
Yep.
So they've been really good. And
have they?
Yeah, I'm doing obviously mortgages now. On top of the other stuff. And like I say, from the eviction stuff, there has been a lot of interest.
Has it?
A lot of people coming through and starting to make some decent money out of it now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So CEO Mortgage, what do you exactly do?
So I find buy-to-let mortgages, residential mortgages, HMO mortgages, serviced accommodation. Just basically match the investor with a lender on a property.
That's it. And what do you charge? Like, what have you got?
I normally charge like £300.
Yeah.
And then obviously we get a procurement fee from the lender as well.
Right.
So depending on the size of, if you're doing £1 million house with someone, you're going to get paid more than $100,000 house with someone. Got it. So I'm getting better at it all the time. I'm learning things. Obviously, I know a lot of stuff from being in property anyway.
Yeah. You're clued up in it.
Yeah. So, if someone comes to me and they've got no buy-to-lets and they want a HMO, I know, like, look, mate, it's not going to happen. Like, you need a buy-to-let first, then you can get an HMO, and then, then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, it's...
So would you say if someone wants to get in property, what did you just say, that they need a buy-to-let mortgage before they can get an HMO mortgage?
Yeah, normally, there may be the odd specialist lender who might let you have an HMO without that, but if you want the best rates, then you're gonna want a buy-to-let property before you get a HMO property.
Got it.
So, for instance, I know before I was doing the mortgages that I've got a buy-to-let, and then we brought a HMO about 6 months ago. And the lender on that was saying, do you own a buy-to-let? You need to have owned it for at least 12 months and that kind of thing. So,
So let's just say if I've never invested in property before, and I want to get a property for investment, and I come to you and say, can you help me get a buy-to-let mortgage? You will do that for me, right?
Yeah.
However, let's just say you put that buy-to-let through. Would it help if I already had a personal mortgage on a residential? Would that make the rates? Would that make the rates a lot more better?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They look at a few different things, so that does help. The other sort of things are what you earn a year. So normally you have to earn sort of like 25 grand plus. And then sort of like bad credit and stuff as well. So they will look at if you've got a property already. But they'll look at what you're earning and what your credit rating's like.
Right.
So there's a few different factors to fix in.
If
all three of them are good, then you'll get the best rates. If one of them's bad, you've not got a house, but you've got the other two, then you're still fine. If 2 or 3, if you got 3, which are all bad, like you've got no house, bad credit, and you earn 15 grand a year, then chances are you're not going to get one.
You're not going to get one.
Yeah, but saying that, there's always it's problem solving again. So as an entrepreneur, is the same mindset as a mortgage advisor. It's my job to get a mortgage.
So you're going to get it for them.
So I'm going to hustle until I might come back and be like, look, you're looking at 9% rather than 5, but that's it. Like,
that's what you've got.
I have got you one. A lot
of
of other mortgage brokers would have struggled to even get you one.
That's the good thing about you, right? Because because normal mortgage brokers are just gonna be like, sorry mate, or whatever. Where you're gonna just go out of your way and be like, let me see what I can hustle for the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And just see what I can find. So, because the reason I asked what that was, that you have to be a homeowner, is because it is a thing that you have to tick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they like to see.
Right.
So,
okay.
But like I say, if you're earning 50 grand a year and you've credits 999, they'll be like, give you it all day long.
Give you all day long.
Yeah.
Cool. So what would you say to somebody who's going to get into buy-to-let investments and build a portfolio is what to make sure to have bang on, like non-negotiable?
Non-negotiables are clean bank statements. So in the last 3 months normally is what they ask for. So no like gambling, no silly purchases, no getting credit within the last few months as well. So, you know, buying a car on finance 2 weeks ago and then you apply for a mortgage.
Stupid.
It's not going to
So
look
talk
good.
to me about clean statements. So like you said, them three, for example. So what if like this person's eating a lot of takeaways or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. If bad spending, they'll look at. So it's the kind of thing of, you'll say your expenditure, so it'll get all written down, you know. And if you're saying £20 a month on food, and then your bank statement's there, McDonald's Monday, McDonald's Wednesday, McDonald's Friday, McDonald's Sunday, and it's like 50 quid this week on McDonald's, then, you know, there's a discrepancy there, and it will stand out to the lender. So it's being smart with, not smart, but just reining in a bit on spending on.
Just for like 6 months, right? Or 3 months?
For the 3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
What I try and say to people as well is maybe like, I'd say like have an account for your silly spending and have an account for, do you know when you kind of taught how to, what to do with your money?
Yep.
So have a bank account for this, bank account for that. So I kind of have an essentials bank account where like my bills go out, my mortgage, whatever, will go out of. And then I'll have like a play account, which is like, I don't know, £100 a week.
Yeah.
I can spend on going out,
whatever,
takeaways.
have a beer.
Yeah.
You love that.
A few beers, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's, when they ask for your bank statement, then you've got all your clean stuff on there, and you know you.
So have a statement where, for example, you have your wages coming in, and maybe your bills going out from.
Yeah.
And let's just say you have a credit card attached to it, then use the credit card and just pay that off from that. Would that be good?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. If you use credit wisely, that's good. Obviously, it'll boost your credit score. So, yeah, little things like buying fuel with your credit card and then paying it off. And stuff like that to build your credit. Yeah, it's a great way of doing it.
Would they ask for the credit card statement as well, just to see that?
What they sometimes ask for is, if you've got, I don't know, £2,000 on your credit card, they'll sometimes ask for, could you clear that credit before you get the mortgage?
Right.
Stuff like that.
You know what I'm trying to say. So
I know what you're saying. That debit in case you're doing any silly purchases.
Yeah. So that because that personal bank statement will be like squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Too good to be clean, but then they can also see that, but actually he is spending £1,500, £1,800 on credit card every day.
Yeah.
Every month he's paying off. So surely he's doing his expenditure there. Is that a sensible statement to have?
Yeah, wouldn't normally ask for that though.
Right. Okay.
So obviously, yeah, they wouldn't normally ask for that. Like I say, they'd probably say, could you clear that before we give you a loan? Another sort of thing to consider as well is that obviously residential mortgages are different to buy-to-let mortgages in the way that a lender looks at it. So the lender will look at your earnings more on a residential purchase.
Yeah.
And say a buy-to-let, as long as it's over a certain amount, that's fine. But they are more concerned about the property. So they're more concerned about the rental income
coming from the property
compared to the value of the property.
Makes sense.
So as long as that's over a certain amount as well,
yeah,
then they're normally fine.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So what products are on the market now which are really, really good for, let's just say, homeowners, like home buyers, residential, not investment? What, like, because I've heard about all these 5% deposits, and is that true? Or
there is 5% deposits.
Yeah.
But you're looking at probably paying higher interest rates.
Okay.
So the more deposit, the better you rate normally. But I'd say you can get on 5%.
Can you?
Yeah. But I'd probably say, 10,
is
15%
more ideal.
is more ideal.
Who would fit in that category? Because let's just say, for example, someone works in Lidl.
Yeah.
They earn 18 grand a year, or prison officer earns 21 grand a year. Surely they're not going to probably fit in that category of, or are they? I don't know. Or you've got someone like, let's say, a dentist that earns 50 plus.
Yeah.
Boom, he's going to get it. Is that true or is that wrong? So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So they'll give you like 4.5 times your salary. Normally that's what they'll lend you.
Yeah.
So if you're earning 20 grand a year, they'll lend you 90 grand. Yeah. So you could buy a house for 110 maximum.
Yeah.
So as long they do, obviously that's your wages. So if you're earning 50 grand a year, they'll lend you whatever X amount. So yeah, there is criteria to what they want.
Yeah. Well, who would what job profession would fit in the category of 5 to 10% deposit? Like, for example, they will definitely need to have a 999 credit, for example. Or you know what I mean, like close.
Yeah.
They will need a squeaky clean bank statement.
Yeah.
Fair. Who are the job people that are going to get? Is it between the people that earn between 25 and 50?
No,
or does it not work like that?
It sort of depends on your deposit as well.
Okay.
So the higher ratio
Yeah.
compared to your earnings.
Yeah.
So like I say, 4.5 times is the maximum.
You can borrow.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're you know, if you're earning 100 grand.
Yeah, you can borrow.
And then you borrow 200 grand.
Yeah.
Then they'll be like, oh.
You're gonna get it all day long.
All day, 5-10%.
Got it. Okay. So let's talk about buy-to-let investments.
Yeah.
Right. So is it true that you can get a buy-to-let property with a 10% deposit?
No.
Right. So is it fair to say that you need a minimum of 25% deposit to put down for a buy-to-let property?
Yeah.
Minimum. Is that right?
Yeah. If you've got a below market value deal, sometimes they will let you have it at 20%.
Really?
Yeah. It has to be a really good deal. They'll get the value out and then they'll tell you after, oh look, you know, you could have it at a 20% deposit. But that's if it's really like sort of.
And then do they
BNP.
also look at your experience a little bit, or how many times has you done it type thing?
Yeah, they look at all that. So they look at what properties you already have.
Yeah.
If you're an experienced investor, that kind of thing as well.
Okay. So a few more questions about mortgage, because I think, Scott, this is fucking super valuable, because the biggest thing where people get stuck is on mortgages.
Yeah.
And they do need good mortgage advisors. So for example, buy-to-let properties.
Yeah.
Let's just say if you've got 10.
Okay.
Do you have more leverage, or do they not like that in terms of debt and that sort of thing?
You kind of find sometimes that sort of a lender doesn't like lending on more 4 or 5 houses with one sort of investor.
Okay.
But that's only the odd lender.
Yeah.
If you've got to 10, then basically showing them you're experienced. There's not really a problem there. There's no problem to be had there.
Okay.
Maybe the odd lender might not like it, but you know, if you're talking hundreds of lenders, then.
Yeah. I've heard that next month, right, I don't know when this episode is going to get released, right?
Yeah.
So we're shooting this in January, just to be clear. So, for example, if this episode comes out, let's just say in late Feb, by that time, I don't know. But I heard the interest rates are rising next month.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't know until they do it, but they probably will.
But you know what the rumor is, right?
Yeah.
So that's crazy, that, bro.
Yeah.
Like what? Like if that is what is happening, what are you gonna see in the market? Like what sort of people come running to you and that sort of thing?
Well, obviously it's been rising for a while now. It keeps sort of, I don't know, at least 3 or 4. It's rose.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna find is if it keeps rising, then obviously people's mortgages are going to go up. Sort of your traditional buy-to-lets start becoming less profitable, less feasible. The higher a purchase price is, it means the higher that your rental income's got to be to cover the mortgage, say. So people's rents are going to go up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Rents go up, right?
Yeah, because obviously you got to think from a landlord's point of view. They're buying the house to make a profit.
Yeah.
They're not buying the house to make a loss.
Nope.
And therefore, the only people it ever affects are the people at the bottom who are renting the houses, because the landlord's not going to take the hit. They're going to put the price up.
Yeah.
So you're going to see rents increasing just to cover that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, theoretically, you should see prices go down because they're becoming less profitable, and also it makes it hard. Obviously, the price goes up for residential owners as well.
Yep.
So where we're back to affordability, if your mortgage is now £1,000 a month instead of 600, you know, it's taken a big chunk out of your wages, and that's a lot to a lot of people.
So true. And I feel like, you know, like some people that have been locked in 25-year mortgages and they're coming to an end, for example.
Yeah.
Like, remember, like, it's going to be very rare, like, if it's not being paid off, that some of people are going to be struggling there.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Exactly.
And there's going to be a lot more opportunities available as well, like, for people to snap them sort of things up, because let's just say somebody lives in an area where their mortgage is coming to an end and they've had it on interest, for example, mortgage only.
Yeah.
And they're still in like a negative equity area where nothing's really changed.
Yeah.
Like them sort of opportunities you can get snap them up then, can't you really?
Yeah,
Do you see a lot of them coming on the market from a mortgage advisor point of view?
A few. So the market's changed, obviously. Say a year ago.
Yeah.
Then the deals were so hard to come by. From a property investor point of view,
Yeah.
from getting a good deal,
Yeah.
because the prices skyrocketed, obviously interest rates were low. Since then, they've continued to go up.
Okay.
And now you're finding, more landlords worrying, they're selling their houses, more residential owners worrying that, you know, wages are not going up, but the mortgage is going up.
Going up, are they?
Your fuel bill's going up, you know, it starts getting
costly, innit?
tight, yeah. But, you know, it's just part of life, isn't it? You got to adapt to it.
Do you think there's any, like, do you see as a mortgage advisor, because good thing with you is you're also a property investor.
Yeah.
So when things come through from your side, it's like you're looking at it from all different angles, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So do you think there's opportunities available in the market at the moment, or have you seen any recently where the properties are below market where you can pull all your money out? Deals?
Yeah, there still is. There still is that. Because obviously, like I said, say a year ago, the prices were sky high. They were getting brought. Now they're coming on, say Rightmove when you do your comparables.
Yeah.
So now the price is probably dropping a bit because of the interest rates.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you could compare that to then. And yeah, there is still BRRs out there. There's still plenty of deals out there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking at one at the moment, which I've got a view next week, which is an all money out deal.
Is it?
So yeah.
Which area? What?
That's in Hartlepool. So that's sort of
really in Hartlepool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And like, you don't need to give me exact figures, but what is the bracket of the house that like, what is it?
So the purchase, it's on for about 80, but if you got it for about 70,
yeah,
then I think the end value would be around 120. So you know, a 30k refurb.
Yeah.
And you're pulling your money out. 20k.
You might
refurb.
leave 5k in, but it's more or less out, isn't it?
It's nearly all out. Yeah. If you can get it done at a good price, 20k, then it'd all be out.
The property that you're looking for in Hartlepool, is that just a simple buy to let, or is it like a HMO type thing?
Just a buy to let.
Okay.
It is. Obviously, you get more creative with the strategies. It could be a HMO, could be a serviced accommodation. I'll probably be inclined to serviced accommodation, if anything, from it. But I don't know. There's something, I just like buy-to-lets at the minute. I just like pulling the money out and just leave it. That would do.
I think what happens is, for me now, like, like properties that are away from Manchester, because I'm based in Manchester, like Manchester, Lancashire, just like close by. I'm not interested in no more. Like, I want properties to be like local.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but for you, like, are you finding it still fine, like getting property? Because for Hartlepool, is for you where you are, that's like a long trek.
It's about 3 hours away. Yeah.
Are you fine with them sort of things? Like,
I'm fine with that. Yeah, obviously, I don't mind driving up there, spending a day there, looking at deals. So I've got a few bits up there anyway. I've got 4 flats up there, and I've got a lease option in Newcastle that's about complete. So that's not far from Hartlepool.
Yeah.
And so I'm up there looking at stuff anyway and sorting other bits out.
Bits and bats out.
So yeah.
So have you got like a good power team up there where
got a good power
if you
team,
needed someone?
Got a builder, letting agents there.
Right.
And that's what I kind of mean now in terms of with the SAs and the HMOs, is that I've got my power team and the time's more important to me now. So I know, going up there and finding the deals or whatever. Yeah. But that's one day, and then I'll give it to the builder or to the letting agent to deal with, and then that's me done. I don't want to be getting the hassle of, the boiler's broke or whatever.
No.
The letting agent sort that, and I just get on, find more deals and stuff.
Yeah. Power team is one of the most important things in property because, like, you don't have a power team, you're kind of messed up. It's like you just don't know where to start. You don't know what to do, right?
It's massive, yeah. It is massive because you're only as good as your power team. If you've got a good builder, a good whatever, then you've got a shit solicitor. It's all going to fall down when it,
100%. Do you work with anyone from there, anyone we know, or do you not really, or?
In terms of joint venturing?
Joint venturing, or just ring them up, or do you just pretty much do it yourself?
I just do it myself, yeah. I have got a business partner. We have, we own a bed and breakfast in Cleethorpes.
Yeah.
And we're looking at other stuff there. HMO's there. The reason HMO's there is because we have like a contract sort of thing. And that's a similar thing, just hands off. Right, you deal with that now.
Yeah.
We're not dealing. I've not really got them connections, so yeah, maybe the power team in Hartlepool does need advancing a bit. At this moment in time, I've not got it, so that's why the easiest thing to do for me is just buy to let. It's like with the flats, I could SA them.
Yeah. Well, it comes with more headache though, doesn't it?
Comes with more headache, and I make good money off it anyway, so I'm like,
Like
and I had a problem where it got broken into as well, so I was a bit on the refurb. So it was refurbing the place, got broken into, got all the boilers robbed, everything like that. Yeah, so it was.
Where in Hartlepool?
In Hartlepool, yeah. So that added, whatever, 7K to the refurb just for boilers. I think another grand or two just because when they took everything, took radiators as well, the water was leaking and it's basically gone flat. Like ceilings have fell down, everything. But that's part of property.
It's business, isn't it?
Yeah, I know you've had problems, but it's a business. You've got a business. It's going to cause you problems, and that's our job as entrepreneurs, to solve problems.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's a great flipping attitude to have. That, you know what, us as entrepreneurs and business owners, that's what our job is. Really, we just resolve issues and problems every single day.
Yeah, definitely.
When they come up and let's do this. It's just problems every single day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we just deal with them head on. And then what happens is, like, you've been doing that for a year or 2 or 3, 4 years. Then it just becomes part of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you hear something, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's just do that, and it becomes normal, isn't it?
Yeah, and you grow from it. You become a better entrepreneur or businessman or woman, and you kind of look back at problems, say, a few years ago, and you laugh now, and at the time it was probably really stressful, do you know what I mean? But now you like call someone, sort that problem, done. It takes you 2 minutes.
So you mentioned that you've got a lease option agreement.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because just tell me about the lease option agreement that you have. Like, where do people go to even find one from? So
I've got the flats are on a lease option, so I've got 4 flats on a lease option. I got that from a deal sourcer, and they just came to me with it, and I know it was in demand, and I literally went up on the day. This is kind of a thing as well with me, is that like, as soon as something needs doing, let's just do it. Let's just go up. Let's have a look. Because if I'd have waited a day, someone else could have had the deal, and it's gone. And it's the same with properties. Like, when people are like, oh, there's no good deals out there, like, well, how many days are you going out? Like, if I see a deal, then I'm bang on the phone. Right, I can come up today. I can come up tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to make that time.
100%. Like, I speak to so many people just about anything. Like, let's just say jumping on a phone call, and they'll be like, yeah, well, it's Tuesday today, so I'm available Friday.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, by Friday, I might be in Japan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to speak to you now.
Yeah.
It's today, or let's get on a call.
Yeah,
it doesn't take long to get on a call, and just, it's like they seem to think that you have to prepare to get on a call, like set a scene. Just get on a call and say, what's happening? And you never know, that could be that call that could change everything for you, right?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people wait for the perfect moment, and there's never a perfect moment.
There's never a perfect moment.
No.
And just like that, they're probably missing so many opportunities, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because there's no end of times. Like, you wait a few days, someone's got it, it's gone.
It's gone,
done.
yeah. So this lease option,
brought it off a deal source. So they said they've got it. I said, right, I'll go up now, tomorrow.
Yeah.
They was like, come up tomorrow then. So I went up. And then literally when I said, yeah, I'll have it, they was like, oh, that's good. I weren't sure because someone else was literally about to come up and have a look.
Really?
So, yeah, so I got it. It's 125k purchase price.
Yeah.
I pay 400 a month to the landlord for all 4 flats.
Yeah.
And it's a 10-year term. So, but it did need a bit of a refurb. At this moment in time, I spent about 30k doing the top 3 flats, and the bottom flat needs a full refurb as well. But I just wanted to get the first 3 done, rent it out, get some money back. I did get a 6-month rent-free period at the start as well because of the refurb that was needed. Yeah. So, yeah, I've just literally, they're all pretty much rented out now. There's 1 person in there now and 2 people moving in next week.
Right.
So that's all sorted. But yeah, a lease option is basically what it says. It's you lease the property with the option of buying it.
Okay.
So you have a agreed purchase price, an agreed term of when you can buy the property.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lease amount which you pay the owner a month.
I'm trying to get my head around this. So see the owner that wanted to do the lease option agreement.
Yeah.
What was his situation?
His situation was that he's just fed up with the house. It's just causing him problems. Sorry, it wasn't tenanted.
Yeah.
It was just, and it needed some money spending on it,
and he didn't have the money.
He didn't have the money. Didn't want to spend the money.
Right.
And I think just got fed up. Tired landlord, just couldn't be arsed with it.
Was he old? Was he young? Or has he got mortgage left on it? Or
he's got a mortgage on it. Yeah. To be honest, I've never met the owner. It's all been done through solicitors.
Really?
Yeah. So I've never even met the owner.
Really?
Yeah.
Flipping out. Yeah, but see, like a normal solicitor,
mm-hmm.
Can they draw up a lease option agreement, or does it have to be a specialised solicitor that does that? And how much did it cost you to do that?
It needs to be a specialist solicitor. It cost me about £1,000 to get it all.
£1,000?
Written up, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it needs to be a specialist solicitor basically, because a lot of solicitors don't understand what it is. If they're just used to normal conveyancing of a buy-to-let or a house, then you're speaking a different language to them, so it's a completely different contract.
So purchase price was 125.
Yeah.
You needed 30 to 40k spending on the 4 flats.
Well, 30k on the first 3, probably another 25 on the bottom.
Right. So 50k you needed to spend in the whole apartment.
Yeah.
So you've done a 10-year lease option agreement with him. What's your agreement with him like? What are you going to pay him for 10 years? And then after 10 years, what is the agreed purchase price? Like, how have you done it?
So it's 400 a month I pay him.
Yep.
And
what is his mortgage?
I don't know what his mortgage is.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Surely he'll probably
that
pay
should
it.
cover it, yeah, because I think he brought it for 115.
Right.
So his mortgage is not going to be much anyway.
Yeah.
And obviously after the 10 years, then the deal's finished then. So I've got 10 years to buy it, basically.
Right, and what have you agreed to buy it for in 10 years?
125.
125.
Yeah.
Do you think? I know. Is it in Hartlepool? Did you say?
It's Hartlepool, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that area. I know a little bit actually. We've got a Manjaro's there in Hartlepool.
Yeah. I've never seen it. I'll
Have
go
you
there quite a bit.
When you go there next time, go. Let me know. Message me, right?
I will.
But yeah, what's the area like? Do you think the price is going
I think the price go up. So I started investing there because I invested in Grimsby Cleethorpes at the start.
Yeah.
And the prices rose there.
Yeah.
And it's still worthwhile investing there, but compared to Hartlepool, you know, say a Cleethorpes house, 90 grand, you probably get it in Hartlepool for 50, 60.
Really?
Yeah. So I was looking at places where the capital appreciation hadn't hit yet.
Okay.
And Hartlepool,
they haven't hit it yet.
Haven't hit yet. So
in your opinion, I know it's only like a guess, and you're pretty clued up, so you know what you're talking about. But the 125 you purchased, the Hartlepool flats, where do you see them prices being in 10 years' time?
In 10 years' time, I reckon they'll probably be worth $500,000.
Really?
I'd say in 10 years, yeah.
So you think that they've 5x their price?
I'd say in 10 years' time.
Really?
When they're all done, because obviously they're getting refurbed.
Yeah.
So when they're all done, they'll be worth $250 now. In 10 years' time, if we go on the fact that normally house prices double every 10 years, then you're looking at 500, yeah.
Mad.
Yeah,
so that means you can pull more money out in 5 years.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to just buy a buy-to-let in Hartlepool,
yeah,
let's just say if I wanted to buy a 3-bedroom buy-to-let for a nice family, yeah. I know if I was looking for one in Manchester, I'm probably looking at 250.
Yeah.
260. What would be the price in Hartlepool, do you say? Like, I'm talking like a nice area, school not far, like a nice...
80.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so 80 grand purchase price. Let's just say we spend 30 grand doing it up.
Yeah.
40 grand doing it up. And what do you say that house will be worth in 10 years? Would you say at least double?
Yeah, theoretically, obviously, normally, if you look at the cycles of property, then they're normally double every 10 years.
Yes, yes.
So we kind of go off that cycle, yeah.
Yeah, but then if you think about, for example, see like Burnley, you know, I've got a property in Burnley, right?
Yeah.
And I purchased it for it was worth 80, right? 80 or 90 I purchased it for.
Yeah.
And I think the value is around 120 right now. But I don't see that being worth double in 10 years. No way. I think if anything, it might be worth, 150, 160. Okay. Just because of my research, in the area with councils, they're not really putting any money into it.
Yeah.
That area of Burnley.
Yeah.
It's just like a broken down area, and I feel like it'll probably take 20, 30 years before it's even healed. Like some areas are like that.
Have you got that on a HMO?
No, it's just a buy-to-let.
Just a buy-to-let.
Yeah. But, like, that's a good thing because people can look into them sort of areas then.
Yeah.
Like if I was to purchase something in Manchester now in certain areas for, like, say 180, I know I can show you areas where that will be worth double, easy.
Yeah.
Because it's just in a really, really good area. You got good families, you got schools, and it's just like decent kids in that area growing up.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear that, Hartlepool.
Because obviously the thing as well, when you're talking, like, I always think, this is what I was saying with the Cleethorpes, is that the capital appreciation's already hit there. So when you're looking at like your Hartlepools where it's had no capital appreciation,
it's not hit yet
for 15 years, it's got to hit it at some point.
Yeah, but you also have to do research and check if local councils are spending money in there,
Yeah.
Because it's all on the site. I know what's that other place called in North East, man? I think it's near Bishop Auckland.
Yeah. What's it called? Darlington.
I don't know what. Anyway, some area down there where they're spending, like, over the next 5 years, they're spending like 100 million or 200 million, where they're bringing tram lines in and stuff like that. So I'll get
Durham.
you there. No, yeah, but Durham's like saying Lancashire.
Yeah, but
it's a place up there in Durham. I'll find out for you.
County Durham, innit? But Durham's an actual town as well. Yeah.
Right. So I'll get you the area, but that is a really good area to look at as well.
Yeah.
I'll find out what it is.
Yeah.
Literally, you can pick houses up there for like 70, 80.
That's Hartlepool's like 20 minutes from Bishop
And they're all
Auckland.
like 10, 20 minutes away.
Yeah. Do you know Bishop Auckland well?
No.
No.
The only reason I know Bishop Auckland is because I know a few deal sources that have sent me properties from there.
Yeah.
And I know that they're doing a lot of development in that area, which means that the capital appreciation has not hit yet, and it will hit over the next 10 years.
Yeah, you need to see that sort of Bishop Auckland area's okay, but then there's certain bits of it which are like what you're saying, like
just dead.
Yeah, just dead, mate. Just
even in 100 years, they'll be dead.
Be lucky if it's still there in 50 years.
Buried into the fucking ground.
Yeah,
mad.
Because I did the same sort of thing. Deal sourcer said, I've got these lease options in Bishop Auckland, so I was like, yeah, right, I'll go tomorrow. I went up there.
Dead.
And it was, like a village next to Bishop Auckland, and it was like, there's only about
Did they even have a petrol station this year?
Yeah. There's like about 2 houses that weren't boarded up, and this was one of them. Do you know what I mean? Like it was like a derelict.
It was just terrible,
yeah.
So how many years have you been now in the property investment game? Like how long have you been doing it for?
About 3 years now. So I joined Samuel Leeds' academy where we met.
How's that been going for you?
Good, yeah. Obviously, I finished the academy, went on the eviction.
Yeah.
That was filmed about 6 months ago, but
Was it?
Not long came out on.
Why did it take so long to come out?
I didn't know to edit it and everything like that. Yeah, there was literally footage. You know, what I mean, say obviously we're doing this now, but that would be all day. So it'd be like 9 in the morning till 9 at night.
Yeah,
You'd be getting filmed and mic'd up, and that's like every day for a few weeks. So there's a lot of editing to do.
Okay.
But yeah, 3 years in property. I've got over £1 million worth of property now, which I either
in
own,
assets,
own or have the option of owning on the lease option sort of thing as well. Make over £6,000 a month passive income from it.
That's brilliant. That. Yeah. So if you wanted to just get away today, you know that I've lost my business, I've lost my jobs.
Yeah.
I'm no longer a mortgage advisor. You know, at least you've got £6,000 coming in.
Yeah.
You can live anywhere in the world.
Yeah, could literally just sit on a beach in California or something, and just like
yeah. Well, that's good, bro. That's good, man. And what's your aim with that? Are you trying to increase that, or?
Yeah, trying to increase it. So with the power team and stuff now, we've got some, like I was saying, with the HMO guys in Cleethorpes, that's going really well. So we're looking at getting more HMOs there and just revving it up a bit more. Yeah. But yeah, obviously it's hard because you set yourself goals like I want £1 million worth of property, I want this.
And when you get to that, then you want more, right?
Yeah, exactly. You kind of get there and you think like, what now? And then you think, well, 10 million now. Or, do you know what I mean? It starts.
So what's your goal in 5 years? Where do you want to be? Like, where do you want to look at yourself in terms of property in 5 years, or income?
Income, property. I think 5 years.
Have you wrote a 5-year plan yet, or do you go by year by year?
I've not written a 5-year plan. To be honest, I've only recently hit the mill, so I felt a bit lost. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, because now I've hit it, I'm like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
And then I've got the money coming in. I'm kind of transitioning, but now I'm just still working really hard every day, still turning up every day, like hitting it hard. And I kind of think if I do that, things will open up in front of me, and then I'll know which direction to go. And I literally had the meeting today with the contractors in terms of the HMOs and stuff. Yeah. And that's just opened it up a bit to me, where I think they always say the first mill's the hardest to get. Yeah. And then it starts getting easier, and I've just seen the next mill like this morning in this morning's meeting. So that's the next goal, I think, is just fill up the HMOs in Cleethorpes. Is it? Probably get another 10 there within the next year or two.
10 HMOs?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you mean 10 HMOs, are you going to put 25 grand, whatever deposits down, get it on bridge?
Just put the money in. Yeah. And just let it go.
No, but how are you going to get the 10 HMOs, for example?
Oh, right, yeah. So obviously you've got the £6,000 coming in a month, and then I've got other income, the mortgages, the window cleaning business, stuff like that. So it's probably only going to take me a couple of months to get a deposit for an HMO. Okay. So yeah, every couple of months. So you're saying what, 6 a year? Yeah, 10 within the next couple of years. Yeah. And then it starts snowballing. The more I've got a lot coming in now, which I've never really had before.
Like income wise.
Income wise, yeah. So it's kind of snowballing more and more.
Are you getting so much that you don't even know what to do with it?
It gets a bit like that. Yeah, you like.
And then you go into a comfort zone, right?
Yeah. So
because now you're like big man, innit?
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of with a book as well. Is like where it's saying like comfort zones and stuff like that. It's easy to, I've hit that now. Let's sit down.
It's so hard, bro. It's when you're in your comfort zone. It's like it's so hard to get out of it. Yeah. Because that. But you do have to find that hunger. Yeah. And be like, look, I need to keep going like I'm broke.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to know how to hit into that subconscious mindset, because if not, it's so easy to just, a whole year will go by and you're still comfortable. Because you're comfortable. Yeah. Isn't it?
Exactly.
And it's about finding that, I think that's when your purpose and your whys take over. Yeah. And you know that, God's created you to create more things, so you're not here to just sit at home and do your own thing. You need to now help others. You need to now, keep going type thing.
Yeah. It's like that Grant Cardone, he says like go broke, like, and that's the way I try and do it as well. So I try and leave the property money in property. I try not to take it out.
Not even touch it.
Yeah, and then because when I first started, I had loans which I took out to get properties and get stuff rolling, and now I'm still paying them loans, but I'm paying them out of my earned income,
passive,
and then the passive income's just left there to buy more passive things.
Got it.
So I try and still, like, even now I don't live like a lavish lifestyle. A lot of my earned income is taken up by things like that, by the loans and stuff, and that's left there. And I don't know when it gets. I thought, you know, when I start making 10 grand a month, that, you know, that would be enough, but I don't know.
So what? So see, like, you know, the 6 grand passive that's coming in, is that paying some mortgages off as well, or some?
No, that's just literally just sits
just
there
earning
to go into their next deal.
Got it.
Yeah.
So really, a few months, depending, like, you can get like deposits every few months, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
6, 12, like 3 months every quarter, you can get a deposit for a pretty much a 80 grand house, right?
Yeah. For a HMO, there's like HMOs where you can get like already made set up for 120 grand.
Yeah.
So you say like 5 months of that, you've got one, and if that brings you £1 a month in profit, it's the snowball effect, like, you know, it just.
Well, I'm looking for an all money pull out deal.
Yeah.
I think this year, for me, 2023, believe it or not, like, my goals and plans have changed a little bit. I'm only gonna, I think, go for one.
Yeah.
I don't even want more properties. And like, I'm not saying I have loads of properties, but I'm just saying that I just want to focus more on my business side and more on my programs, and more than probably focus on my book and that sort of thing for this year. Yeah.
So you're more focusing on yourself.
Not focused on myself, but focused on the business aspects of what I'm doing. So, like, for example, this podcast, this thing, more focused on branding with this.
Right,
get good
getting
guests
your brand out there.
More focused on other businesses that have involvements in. So, like, my coaching programs.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to focus more on that instead of building loads of HMOs and buy-to-lets. And I feel like I'm only going to do one buy-to-let this year. But it's going to be, I pull all my money up. I say that, but you know what's going to happen? Some deal's going to come on the table, and I'm going to be like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, have you invested in any rent-to-rents or serviced accommodations yet? Or because I know you was paying interest that you wanted to be involved in something, but not really.
I have done an essay before. I did an essay in Leicester, and you can earn money out of it, whatever, but it's not really my thing. I'd rather own the asset as well.
Yeah.
And I understand why people do it.
Yeah.
I know you got a few. I don't.
Yeah. They're still ongoing.
Yeah. So I know they are.
One I've given back.
Oh, have you?
That's everyone's story. They get 3, 4. And then what's happened? I've given one back.
Because it's too much hassle.
Because it's too much hassle. Because you learn, don't you, along the way?
Yeah. Is that the Scotland one? Was it?
No, you know what? That's been all right.
That's good now.
That's been good. That's been good to me. And the one in Grimsby's been really good as well.
Yeah.
The one in Derby was an absolute nightmare for me.
Oh, was it?
Really, honestly, like, I lost. I don't even know what I earned. I think I put 10 grand into it, and I must have got 5 back.
Yeah.
It was a 5 grand. It's not even a 5 grand hit. It's a 5 grand lesson.
Yeah.
That's definitely. It. It's a 5 grand lesson.
That's a good way to put it.
And, you know, dealing with people that are just not professionals, and dealing with people who don't know what they're doing, really.
Yeah.
And I just left them. You know what I should have done? I should have gone and took the furniture out at least.
Yeah.
I didn't even do that.
Crazy.
I should have done that.
Yeah, should have done that. It's one of them though. It's like 5 grand.
What is it? You know?
Yeah, for an...
tell you to send me your 6 grand, right? Next month earnings, send it me, right?
You've learnt your lesson.
We're sat here talking about 5 grand's nothing, right?
Yeah.
But you got people out there thinking, wait a minute.
I know.
5 grand's a lot of money here.
Well,
But guys, let me just tell you something. When you get to, seriously speaking, like, when you get to a different level, like you are a basic level, you're earning just normal salary, then you will get to the next level where you will start earning more money, then you will get to another level where you will start getting passive incomes. Like, I promise you, like, 5 grand, 10 grand, this will be normal conversations, like, oh yeah, we'll just put 5 grand there, 10 grand there, 20 grand there. That'll be normal. So me and him, you know, we're speaking maybe, you know, a different language at the moment, but hopefully it inspires you, and we're not doing it out of, you know, like a big head or something like that. No, we've really grafted, especially Scott as well. And, you know, we've got to a level where it's all earned and it's all hard work. So you will get there, I promise you that. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, obviously, 7 years ago,
yeah,
I was working a minimum wage job, and
there
I
you
had
go,
no
yeah.
houses.
Yeah.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I was working for £6.70 an hour at a snooker club, cleaning tables, working behind the bar.
Yeah.
And obviously now we're talking like that. And I know, like you say, it sounds a bit big-headed, but
it's not, because it's how we're not doing it for...
Yeah, it's not big-headed. It's just is what it is. Just is how our situation is now.
Progresses, yeah. The progression.
So yeah.
And I remember doing... I was a kitchen porter doing pot washing in jail.
Yeah.
Cleaning with big boots on. And do you know how much I was earning, believe it or not? I was earning, I think it was £20 or £25 a week. That's what they pay you in prison.
Does that get you a lot?
Because you're allowed to order a canteen once a week. So I think you're only allowed to spend £50 on that. I can't even remember. But yeah, my wage, the best wage in prison, I think is if you're an orderly or if you're working in some sort of kitchen, I think, or something, and you know you get something like £30 a week, right? But normal basic salary, if you're working in education or somewhere, is like £8 a week to £15 a week. A week, and you're putting 8 hours a day in, like a dog. You're grafting.
Oh, that's crazy.
But you get like £8 to 15 or £20 a week.
What do you get? The chocolate bar's like 10p or something, or are they still the same price?
No, still the same price. It's still the same price. So you literally have to, like, if you've got a budget, look, you're allowed to get private cash sent in from outside as well.
Oh, right.
So let's just say you've got £50 to spend. You spend about £25 on phone credit because you need to ring loved ones.
Yeah.
And then the other £25, you have to think, right, what do I need? I need cereals. Yeah. Do I need any toiletries? Because they're the necessities. Do I need any... What do I really like? You get like 2 biscuits. What your favourite ones? Like mine was a Hobnobs. I thought, right, go on. So you order one of them, but you budget.
Yeah.
Because you can't just order what you want. So it's crazy, right?
That is crazy, yeah.
Bro!
Yeah, now you're smashing it, aren't you? So.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're doing our bit, you know. But it's all about giving back as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so where were we up to? We were talking about properties, right?
Yeah.
So what's your next goals and 10 HMOs?
10 HMOs, yeah. It gets to, I don't know, it gets to a point where you're like...
Or are you just going to go for the buy-to-lets, like you were saying?
Yeah, and anything that's sort of, my time's more valuable now than the money in a way.
Yeah.
So if something's easy and like, right, a buy-to-let which is already tenanted, but you know, it looks a good deal, then yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, the focus at the moment would be, say, 10 more HMOs in Cleethorpes, Grimsby area.
Yeah.
Sort the flats. I'm going to buy the flats, refinance and pull my money out of that.
Yeah.
Do the other flat up.
The 4 flats, yeah?
The 4 flats.
Well, you can't buy the 4 flats for another 10 years, though, can you?
Oh, no, you can buy them any time within the 10 years.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, pretty soon I will look to buy the flats and then get the bottom one done. But obviously, the thing with lease options is you don't want to spend, in an ideal world, you don't want to spend 50 grand on a refurb.
That's what I was going to say.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I was like, right, we're stopping at the 3 flats.
Yeah.
Get them rented out, and then I'll just buy them all, and then I'll do the bottom.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Then pull
because
the money out.
Ideally, it's in your interest to buy them lease option agreement that you've got with him, buy the flats as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Just so they're yours. You feel that peace in your mind,
exactly.
right?
That's exactly how I feel at the minute. Yeah, is that right? I need to raise some money. Yeah. To get them.
Yeah. Because the last thing you want is that you've spent 50, 60 grand and just, you know, even though it's a tight agreement, it's still not yours.
Yeah, it's still, you know, it's not mine on land registry. Do you know what I mean? It's still, something's wrong with that agreement. We're taking the flats back.
Yeah, or anything could happen.
Yeah.
He misses a payment or something, or I don't know. Like I don't even know how it works, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But listen, you know what? I'll be interested as well, you know, Scott. If you want to do a joint venture with something, hit me up, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd work with you.
Yeah, definitely.
If it's a good deal somewhere, just let me know.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can. It's about time, really, we work together on something, right? Even if we've got one deal, it's one deal, right?
Yeah.
But if anything does come across your eyes, just hit me up. I'm like you as well. Like, if anything if anyone rings me up, if I see the opportunity, I'll be there. I don't care what's happening.
Yeah.
Unless like I'm on a podcast thing, like it's just I'm tied. But if I'm not tied, I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Like
anywhere in the UK.
Anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know how that is.
Yeah.
It's funny, like we ask people, like, yeah, but I want it in that. Nah. The deal, as long as the numbers make sense.
Yeah.
I'll go to Dam. I'll go travel to wherever.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know, if it comes up like that, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be interested. So you know, like, here's a question for you, right? Mm-hmm. So somebody that wants to start off in property.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody sees the property and thinks wealth, thinks, oh, the rich boys, or that's where the money is. How do you think somebody, basic mindset, should they start?
I'd start with just personal development, reading books. That's why I've put that book out there. That's the first step to being a better version of you. That's why the book's called that as well. But I'd say the first steps are reading books on whatever you want, whatever you're interested in. If it's property, get property books. There's also a lot of, like, say Robert Kiyosaki with your Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Just to get your mindset on money right. But something that I'm doing even this Friday and Saturday is going to a Samuel Lee's crash course. It's only £1 to go. It will teach you a lot within the 9 hours you're there. And you go away and...
Where is it?
This Friday it's in Manchester.
Really?
Yeah. And this Saturday it's in Birmingham.
So are you going to the Birmingham one?
Going to both of them, yeah.
Oh, Manchester one as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of changed my perspective.
Yeah.
I remember my mindset when I was broke, so to speak.
Yeah.
When I was about 25, I went to not a Samuel Lee's crash course, I went to someone else's crash course, but they called it something else. And I remember seeing people sign up for the advanced paid course, and I was laughing like these are getting scammed. Like, I'm just laughing. And then 5 years went by and I'm still broke, and I'm like, I still want to get into property. So I went to a crash course, signed up, and to be fair, my life's changed since then. Since I've joined the academy, over the past few years, I joined the academy with no property. Now I've got what I've got, and
you're only growing, right?
Yeah, you're only growing. You meet some great people. Obviously, I met you there. That's how I'm even on this podcast.
Yeah.
I met obviously a lot of other great people. I got lucky going on the eviction, but yeah, I always think just turn up and don't give up. Always turn up. If it's a podcast, turn up. If it's a crash course, £1 event, turn up. See what happens.
Yep.
And it'll start changing your mindset.
Cool.
Start hanging around the right people. Your network is really important, who you are hanging around with.
And it's funny you say that, right, guys? Look, this is a really important question. Like, I would say you're successful in property, and you know where you're going. Yeah. Once you know where you're going, you're pretty much successful. It's all just getting your shit together and just keep moving forward. And you're still going to, like, for example, you said there's a networking event in Manchester, then one in Birmingham. You're still traveling to go there, and the whole reason for that is not because you don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing is for networking, right?
Yes,
you're going to probably meet some new people.
Yep.
You're a mortgage advisor. You're going to introduce yourself. And you know what? You never know, that Friday visit that you spend £30 in fuel in could maybe get you 10 customers, which you've 100 next to your money.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And you're going to go Birmingham and you're going to do the same thing there. So networking is just key, isn't it?
Yeah, networking is
massive. And
being
in the right environment at the right time is going to get you the right results, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm dealing with a lady at the minute. I'm doing a couple of mortgages for her.
Yeah.
And I met her at a crash course about a year ago.
Yeah.
At Samuel Lee's thing. And then she's like, oh, I've seen you're a mortgage advisor now. Can you sort me out? And that's just like, just one little example of how networking, obviously with this podcast, me meeting you on the academy, and no ends of times that you meet someone at a networking event and it completely changes your life. Yeah. I've got a business with another person on the academy, but that's not really hit off anything yet, but we've still got a business and it could well do.
What is it? What business is it?
It's a property business, but basically we was going to buy a house and then it fell through basically, so that's not happened. We've still got the company and we can still do things. So you will meet business partners, you will meet people you get on with.
Yep.
And obviously say, like yourself, where you're saying there, like we can easily be business partners. Like if you find something, let's do it, and
it's all opportunity, right?
The magic can happen. You know, we'll set a company up, we'll buy a house, and then we're both making money together, and it's a win-win situation.
It's just that simple, isn't it? It's just that's how simple it is. And you know what? I need to start coming to these networking events more. This year I wanted to do like at least 1 or 2 a month. So you know what? I will be making more.
There's a networking event on Friday in Manchester. I don't know if you want to go to it.
Friday.
It's after it's nothing to do with Samuel Leeds or anything. The crash course finishes. I don't know who it's to do with. Someone from the academy said to me, there's a networking event after in Manchester. If you want to go to it, it's like 10 or 20 quid or something.
I'll go to it. Are you going to go?
Yeah, I will go.
Send me the link.
Yeah, I will do.
If it's in the evening time.
It's in the evening.
I'll be able to.
Yeah.
See, I went to, this Steve, the Property Circle. He does these seminars, innit? Have you seen the seminars?
I've seen about
Bro,
them.
the guy has absolutely smashed it. Like, literally, like, no one's done it in the UK, right? In terms of, it's like a cinema, an actual cinema where you go and watch a movie.
Yeah.
Full.
Of property investors.
Property investors, yeah.
Yeah.
And all people that want to learn. So, and then, it's massive, huge screen, and he comes up and just gives the basics of property, because he can't go into too much detail because people won't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
But he gives all the basic knowledge that you need to know how to get into property. Really, really good for networking. Like, I met so many people there as well. Come down to one next time.
Yeah,
I think it's free.
Is it free? Yeah,
it's free.
Let me know.
It's free.
Do you know when the next one is?
I think so. He's got one on deal sourcing. He done one on how to get into property. I think it's this Saturday. Then he's got one again the Saturday after that, because Birmingham's not far from you.
No, it's about an hour.
Just come down.
Probably about the same for you.
Literally, like, sick for networking.
Yeah, I will.
And I was saying to him as well, I said, you know what, you should be proud of yourself. Like, no one's done this in the UK.
No, that's good.
So, and the other good thing about it is, which I really, really like, is that he doesn't do no selling on the thing.
Yeah, he's not there to make loads of money, and it's a free event, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So obviously he I think he's got a bigger picture and a bigger mission from what I can see, and because he makes his money doing other things.
Yeah.
Like big developments and stuff like that. So, his branding, and he's just giving what he can back. He's just giving back in another way, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because these events, I'm just thinking, imagine hiring a full cinema.
Yeah,
just
it's
like
expensive, ain't it?
What you're looking at least 10 grand.
Yeah.
Right? Or, because that was like 500 seats, 400, 500 seats. So, like, you're looking at a lot of money, even if it was 7 grand. Then the production, and then, putting everything together. Like, you're looking at 10, 15 grand to put that together.
Yeah, and then you're not getting anything back.
You're not getting anything
doing a
back.
Free event.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, networking events, I think this year I want to go to like so many.
Yeah.
So many. So, you know what? Hit me up anytime there is one.
Yeah,
and if I can, I'll come down. I'll just turn up, like, with my team and this and that. It'll be good because, it's because now these guys are just traveling with me all the time. If I need to go anywhere, if it's not one, it's two. If it's not two, it's definitely one, because I have to record for the YouTube channel.
Yeah. I
have to. So it's like it's just part and parcel of it. So.
What you've been doing that they've been filming?
So for example, my restaurant stuff.
Yeah.
Weekly, like I was launching. I'm launching the coaching program, so they just record everything, the ups and downs, the complaints, I'm happy, I'm sad. They just record everything, and then we just edit it and put it together as a weekly.
Yeah.
Like this week, for example, because I've done podcasts, so it'll be part of some of the guests, like clips of them. Then it'll be like whatever else I'm going to do the rest of the week. Like if I'm going to go anywhere, or they'll just put all that in and then make it a weekly. Like this is what I've done in this week.
That's good.
And then on top of that, I'll release, let's just say, the episode that I've done with the guest. I'll release that as well. But I've not even started releasing it. It's going to be next week.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had the lawyer from Romania to speak about Andrew Tate.
Oh, what, Tate's lawyer?
No, he's not Tate's lawyer. He's an expert on on the Tate's case because he's a lawyer based in Romania.
Right.
So I was asking him questions about the case.
Yeah.
That was interesting because I put it up on my story and I got so many people.
I bet, yeah.
I want to watch this, I want to watch this. Like, relax.
Because
I was asking him questions like, is his family allowed to come and visit him?
Yeah.
And are they brothers allowed to see each other and like spend some time together whilst they're in, not prison, but they're like in a holding place?
Yeah.
So like interesting questions like that, which I just wanted to, I was just curious.
Yeah.
So it was all good, man. It was all good. But how's your business going? Like, what businesses are you involved in at the moment? Like, in terms of what's producing your income?
So I've got the window cleaning company.
Is that still? Have you still got that?
It's still going, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not as well as it has been because different factors. My time's been spent on property a lot more.
I was going to say.
But it's still going well. Obviously, the mortgage, and then I've got a few property businesses.
Yeah. So would you say that when you've got multiple businesses, is it hard to balance? Like, how do you find time to balance it all?
Yeah, it can be difficult.
Yeah.
I kind of try and allocate days to it. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So right, I've got a day of property.
Yeah.
I'll go up Hartlepool or I'll go Cleethorpes or and then I'll do all my property stuff there. I'm probably a bit of a workaholic. Like say if I've done window cleaning stuff all day, then at night I'll be like, oh right, I can do some mortgage advising stuff. Or
so you're always doing something.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like I've never been diagnosed with it like an ADHD thing, but I can't sit still in terms of right. I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
I can't just be sat there. I will watch the odd telly program, but I can't just sit there all day. I'll always be making noises or doing something. And then it will be, then I'll get bored. So I'm like, this is why it's good for me to have multiple businesses, because if I was just doing property, I don't know if I could get bored of property actually, but if I was just doing window cleaning, that's why the window cleaning was first. Then it's the properties, because I was getting bored of like I can't do this the rest of my life. It's boring me. So right, let's do property, and then sort of similar thing with that is then it's now let's do mortgages because it ties in with the property and kind of all service-based businesses like the window cleaning, the mortgage advising. It's like a service, and I know I'm good at running service-based businesses. So it kind of tied in well. And it tied in with the property stuff. Yeah. And I thought, obviously, if I'm getting my own mortgages, that will save me money. If I'm getting people that I know mortgages, that will help them. And I'll get money for it. So
why not?
Obviously, if it's my mate, I'll do it for free. I'll still get.
I don't think you should do it for free. Yeah, even if it's your mate, you should charge it maybe less or something, but you should they should still pay.
We still get a bit of a kickback from the lender
anyway.
That's
true. So it doesn't.
So do you know what I mean? I'd rather. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's one of them, innit, where.
Because I remember when I opened up the restaurant fucking years ago, and people were coming in saying, we're friends, we're family, free. And I was like, you're supposed to be supporting me more.
Yeah, yes, right.
Right? Because, I'm your family or I'm your friend. You're supposed to be saying, right, here's the full bill, and here's a whole lot of tips as well.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be supporting, not asking for discounts.
Yeah.
But it's the mindset again, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It is funny, like you should say that, because it is how it should be. People should be supporting you,
but you feel bad. But
But I've had mates who I tell them I'm a mortgage advisor, and then they've gone with a different mortgage advisor, or
that happens as well.
I say like, look, I'll do it for free, and then he's one, for instance, just gone and done it himself, and I don't know if he's got a good mortgage or bad mortgage or whatever, but it is what it is, mate. Certain people you can't help. You can.
Okay, so a few more questions about property. So who do you think, this is a controversial one, this is going to be a good one, this. Who do you think are the top 2 or 3 best property mentors in UK? I would say, let's just say top 4, because it's a small community, right?
Yeah.
It's not many people that are out there doing good stuff. What I mean by good stuff is like really, really helpful in terms of property.
Yeah.
Who would you say are the top? I would say 4 or 3 or 4. I don't know, whatever you know. Who would you? You don't have to put them in no order.
Yeah, I think obviously Samuel Leeds
right
is there because he's been my mentor and he's obviously helped me tremendously. I'm not really big into it. Obviously, we've done stuff with Steve.
Yeah.
I think Steve Hamilton at the Property Circle was obviously, we've spoke with him, we've been to his meetings. He's obviously influential, doing well.
Yeah.
So there's two. I'm trying to think who else. It's not a UK based one, but like a Grant Cardone where he's like,
okay, yeah.
And say like Donald Trump, where they're kind of.
Yeah, but they don't do really programs, do they? Apart, Grant Cardone does, but
Yeah,
Donald Trump
but
is...
in terms of like investors like real estate,
Yeah.
they're the kind of
Yeah.
ones you look up to.
Yeah.
But yeah, UK, Steve and Samuel Leeds, I don't really know any others.
Yeah,
Do you know any others? Any?
The guy from London, Ranger, he does commercial to residential.
Oh, does it? I don't know him.
Ranger Bachara or something.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he like, from what I've seen, he seems like a really real guy.
Yeah.
Anyone else? I don't know anyone else. No. Because it is a small community, isn't it?
It is small, yeah.
And everybody knows everyone.
Yeah, it is. It's weird because everyone thinks like it's. Before you get into it, everyone thinks like, oh, it's a massive industry. There'll be hundreds of thousands of property investors. But you'll see the same faces. Like you'll go to a Property Circle event and you'll see the same faces at a Samuel Leeds event. See the same faces at a PIN meeting. And you go out on viewings and you'll see the same. Oh, I know you from somewhere.
I know you from somewhere.
Yeah, it's everyone. Yeah, you kind of get to know everyone, and that's why your reputation is so important in property as well, is because if you're going around doing silly things, then you sooner get a bad name, no one's going to deal with you, and you finish. Whereas a lot of people, set a good name out for themselves. Everyone wants to do business with them. Everyone's like buying the deals, JVing with them, and it's massive, really, your reputation in the property game. Because everyone knows everyone.
You know what I'm doing now this year? I'm focusing. I was talking about my programs and coaching. So I'm launching a property coaching program. Helping people how to get into property and then how to build wealth. So I'm putting a course together now. And you know what would be really, really helpful is, because you're a mortgage advisor. I'm going to bring you on board.
Yeah, that's good.
I just thought about that then, because I was thinking about a mortgage broker. So I think you will be a perfect fit for that.
Yeah, I'm up for that, mate. That's good.
And I'll speak to you about that later as well.
Yeah, cool.
Because I want to get into the teaching of property world.
Yeah.
But then my thing with teaching is that, like, I'm a big fan of, if you've not done it, don't chat shit. Like, only teach what you've done. And only sell what you've like physically got experience in. If you're not doing it and you've just done it once 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and you don't know what's going on, don't be selling programs, because you're not going to have up-to-date information. You don't know what's going on. So I'm putting together like a course which hopefully I'm going to launch in the next month. Not next month, in the next few months. And that's what I want to get in, and then do big events.
But that sounds amazing. That'd be really good.
I don't want to be like that's, because that's not the only thing I do. But because I want to be involved in property, that's going to be one of the things I do, like maybe put one event on every month or something like that. But, mainly Manchester-based, and because there's no one really in Manchester that's doing it.
No.
Apart from these PIN meetings, but I promise you, when we go on Friday and we fall asleep in the first 10 minutes, you're going to know that, you know what, I'm in the wrong area, But, that's what I want to do. And the other thing I'm looking to do is, because I've been in prison, and I'm looking to launch a mindset program, like an elite mindset program. But in it, I'm going to put stuff about money, financial literacy, and I'm going to put stuff like, as us business owners, we need to understand how we need to transform our bodies, So I'm going to put stuff like your fitness packages, and how to understand what to eat and what not to eat, your macros and stuff like that. Because it all comes hand in hand.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm going to put like a thing together for someone.
No, that's good. That's really good.
So, but I was gonna say to you that you have launched the Be the Best version of yourself because you've come through that. You should, bro, look at some sort of thing in like life coaching or something because, like, Steve, if you've come from a council estate, which a lot of people have in this country,
yeah,
like you can help so many people. I know you can't do everything, but like, it seems like you're not mainly maybe that passionate about your cleaning business, and if you're not passionate about it, sell it
yeah,
and maybe monetize what you've done in there into like helping like up and coming people because they're lost as well.
yeah. It's a good idea.
I promise you, like, I feel like, and if you need help with like structures for that, I can, because I'm putting these two programs together. Once I've done it, like, if you want to do it as well,
Yeah,
like in your own way, like, I can help you with the structure of it because that part is always the hardest part.
yeah,
Because sometimes it's in your mind, and then how do I need to
yeah.
structure it?
It's getting
Otherwise,
it
it will
from
be
your
waffling,
mind.
waffling all over the place.
It's getting it from your mind onto
It's like
paper.
writing a book, innit?
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
But yeah, I think it'll be a great idea for you as well. I think you should do it,
Yeah, it's good, man.
especially with you having a book now.
Yeah, I think the book is. It's compacted into. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's not, people when they're first starting
Yeah.
out, the last thing they see a thick book and they're like, no, I'm not
Yeah,
reading
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If it's nice little, compacted
I love it because
into
what
a
is it?
book,
Literally less than 100 page, 200 pages.
less than 100, not even 100. So but
Perfect.
it's just all compacted in.
Because that's what I seen. The minute I seen it, I thought the first thing I done was how many pages is it?
Yeah,
And I thought, okay, because we live in a place now where everything's short attention span.
yeah,
And imagine this was like a 500 page, and you think, oh, I haven't got time for a 500 page, but
yeah,
100 page, I can read that in a day, really,
Yeah,
if I
you
wanted to. But if in a week, you could definitely read that in a week.
you could read that in an evening. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And
But
there will be stuff in there which, if you're starting on your personal development journey,
Yeah.
then that will definitely help you.
Check this book out, guys. Be the best version of a self-guide to personal development. Be the best version of you, from Scott Lyons. Like, he's been, you know what I mean, brought up on the council estate, and it's basically his journey, right? So, like, it will help you guys. You know, it's literally like what is it? Like, not even 90-page book. If you was like quick, you could read that in the evening. If you was super lazy and you wanted to do, you can read that in a week, which is not a huge thing, right? So look at that book. But yeah, we'll keep it here. But yeah, business wise, like, what would you say, like, you're in business now, you've been in business for a while. What's your non-negotiables when it comes to business? Like, are you bothered about who you work with type thing, or as long as the deal makes sense, you're not bothered?
No, I think you have to know, like, and trust the person who you're doing business with.
Yeah.
My non-negotiables are people that I employ.
Yeah.
Need to be trustworthy.
What's your process of employing someone in your business when you don't know at the start if they're the right or wrong? What's your process? What do you go through?
I normally just put an ad out.
Yeah.
Obviously, get a list of people, arrange interviews.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, if they are suitable for the job.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you know if they're suitable or not? Do they have to have a pink CV or yellow CV or?
All right. Well, just the CV.
What's your process?
My process is very simple because my girlfriend has a go at me for this.
Right, go on.
So I literally just call, if their thing comes through on Indeed, I'll just call them, and from that I won't even look at the CV. I'll just call them, and from speaking to them, I'll get an idea if I like them or I don't. But then I'll arrange an interview anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're looking for a deal. Like,
right.
You call the agent first before you actually go right deep into the numbers.
Yeah.
Because you might call the agent, oh, it's sold.
Yeah.
The same with them. You might call them and it might be like someone on the end of the phone who is never going to get the job anyway. So I always call them first, and then I arrange an interview. Then I'll interview them. And what I normally do is arrange like a trial period.
Okay.
So I'll say, like, look, I'll give you 2 weeks. By then you should have picked the job up. You should be at this speed. You should be doing this. If you're not, then the job's not for you.
Yep.
If you are, we'll sit down and have a chat, and we'll go on.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. That's a good process because I don't look at CVs as well.
Yeah, but my missus is like, that CV, he looks no good. But from a CV, you can't gauge it. And when someone comes and sits down and passionate in front of you, wants an opportunity, then their CV might be rubbish, but they might be sat there and they might be my ideal candidate.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So I think a CV is what it is. It's there to get you a job, but it's not necessarily a reflection of the person who's going to be sat in front of you.
Yeah. No, definitely. I fully agree with that. That's crazy. That.
Because say the job, say a window cleaning job.
You need a grafter, right?
Yeah, you need a grafter. You're either good or you're not. And the 2-week trial will tell me if you're good or not.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to go through when you worked at McDonald's or when, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And some of these jobs might not be relevant, or, you know, say if you work at McDonald's, you might not try your hardest because you're getting you £10 an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas if I put you on a, I don't know, commission, if you do whatever, £100 worth of windows, I'll give you X amount.
Yeah.
And that fires you up, and you're like, right, the more I do, the more I'm going to earn, and you get really good. It's a different kind of proposition we're doing.
Definitely. What do you think in terms of, have you been doing any mindset and personal development work in terms of with any coaches yet, or have you just read your books and just do your thing?
Yeah, just read books, like YouTube videos.
Yeah. Because I know you're a big fan of Dan Pena, right?
Yeah.
I remember, because you know what it is, you do put up his stuff.
Yeah.
And you know he's rago, right?
Yeah.
We both love that sort of attitude, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I remember you telling me about his masterminds in Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we go to one?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Have you inquired? Do you know how much it is?
It's about 25 grand, I think.
25 grand for the 5-day one.
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
But I would definitely be up for that.
Yeah. But what does he teach you in there though? Is it just?
He teaches about business, I think. He teaches about buying businesses.
Right.
So
okay.
His thing is like becoming a billionaire, basically, isn't it? Like he's trained more people to become billionaires than anyone else. So buying companies through banks' money, basically.
Got it. Because with him, like, I would just go to his mastermind to hear him speak.
Yeah, just to get shouted at.
You know he's good, right?
It's quality. The stuff he comes out with.
Yeah, because you know he'll I can just see him having a go at you. I can see him having a go at you.
Yeah.
You'll be sat there like, okay.
All right, mate.
I paid 25 grand to get shouted at.
Teach me how to buy a £1 billion business.
Yeah. You know what? That'll be a good one, that.
No, it would.
Innit?
Yeah, I think so. I have to have a look. It's in Scotland somewhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is in Scotland.
It's got a castle or something.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And you know, not only that, imagine the amount of people that you would meet.
Yeah. Exactly.
In that room.
There could be
there
could be billionaires there anyway.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But interesting. We'll look into that.
Yeah.
So is it 25 grand?
I think that's what I've heard. I'm not 100%. I've not spoke to the woman, but I've googled it and said,
just done your little research. Yeah. So see, like, for example, mindset, right?
Yeah.
Because I know, like, mindset is super, super important. It's like one of the first things that you have to change if you want to be a better person, if you want bigger, better things, right?
Yeah.
So from your stance, like, what's the first thing you changed, like, growing up about mindset? Where did you go first? Did you just open a book, or did you, like, what did you do? I know it's a multiple probably of things.
Yeah.
But like, what's the first few things that you've done?
First few things. One, you've got to stop doing things which are stopping you from becoming a better person.
Love that. Yeah. Like what? Give me some examples.
So I don't know. Like, say if your mates smoke weed and you hang around with them and smoke weed, and you know, then you end up doing it every night, and then you're smoking weed instead of spending time on your business. Or
yeah.
Or if you're going out all the time, do you know what I mean? Like bad habits like that. Whereas that's a lot to do with network again, the people you're socialising with, or you're spending time with. But I think the first thing you've got to stop doing bad habits which are taking your time and focus away from the good things.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, you need to focus more on reading books or doing this, but first thing is stop doing the bad things.
Yeah.
So stop. There is whatever it is that's stopping you doing it. So it could be binge watching TV. You should be spending time on your business, but you're watching.
Yeah.
I'm a Celebrity to Get Me Out of Here, or whatever, or you know what I mean, some pointless shit on telly, which is making you know better, just sucking your time.
Yeah.
So first thing, stop doing things which are negatively impacting you or taking away your time.
Yeah.
Second thing, just read books. Listen to a big mentor of mine is like Jim Rohn. So I'd do a lot of the time. I'd just have like a YouTube video playing in the background of me working, but it'd all be on like mindset sort of stuff. So
Jim Rohn will be playing in your background.
Yeah.
So it's like you're conditioning your brain with certain words, right?
Yeah.
Hearing certain type of language.
Yeah, and I know when I was even doing the refurb in Grimsby, I was helping on the refurb of doing that.
Yeah.
And I'd just be playing it all the time, and everyone would be like, "Fucking hell."
You're Jim Rohn on.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Fucking hell, not this again."
Yeah.
That obviously that was just, I was trying to.
You needed that for your personal development, right?
Yeah, definitely. And there's a lot that he says which I still relate to now.
Yeah. Like share some wisdom with people, like if you know any, like on top of your mind. Like, see Jim Rohn, does he also do? Obviously, he's passed gone now.
Yeah.
But like, is there anything like that his courses or program left behind that for people, or is it just all free content on YouTube?
It's mainly free content on YouTube,
right.
I think, yeah. But he say trained like Tony Robbins, who like now you've got, say he's probably one of the most famous motivational or personal development trainers out there.
He is, yeah.
And he trained him basically, or he helped him.
Yeah.
So Jim Rohn, a lot of stuff he says is about books, about reading books, about changing your mindset.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of quotes what he said, but certain things are work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Yeah. So a lot of people, 90% of people that are watching this will probably have a job, or 90% of the population will have a job. Yeah. So the thing that he's trying to get at is that you're working so hard on your job that you never spend any time on yourself. So this is where I come back to the watching the TV at night. You've probably worked so hard all day, you think, no, I deserve an hour or two to watch telly. But if you spend that hour or two, there must be something you're passionate about.
100%.
If it's property for me and you, or business for me and you, but it could be anything. Yeah. And just spend your hour or two on that a day. If you work out over a year, it's 365 or 700 odd hours. You're an expert in that field then.
Yep.
Rather than an expert on Emmerdale or Coronation Street or, do you know what I mean? And it's them sort of hours. Like I'll spend time at night, say last night, I was looking on Rightmove at properties, and then that's how I've just said to you a minute ago about, there's one that I'm going to look at, which is a all money out deal.
Yep.
And just spending your spare time on you or developing you in a way.
And I say that to people all the time as well. I said, if you got 9 to 5 and you're not happy about it and you have to do it because, you need to pay the bills, and that's fine, understandable.
Yeah.
But then come home at 5, and then from 5 till 9, work on your passions.
Yeah.
Work on your goals. And I always say that I don't mean 5 to 9 in the evening. Yeah, I mean 5 to 9 in the evening, and also 5 till 9 in the morning before you go to work.
Yeah.
And if you really want it that much and you don't like where you are, then you need to be working extremely hard to do everything you can to make sure that you can stay away from that where you are, right? So work on 5 till 9, work on your passions in the morning and in the evening, and then that will bring you closer to what you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's not hard, it's not rocket science, but people just don't want to do that.
Exactly. And it's like, it kind of says as well, like you can work full time on your job, but then work part time on your passion or your wealth.
Yeah.
When that overtakes your full time, then you can quit your full time, and you've got this.
Exactly.
And then you move that in, then you spend the full time on that, you'll make even more because
that's how everyone's done it, right?
Yeah, that's how Well,
Most of
I've
people.
definitely done it. You've probably done it that way.
And that's how most people have done it. So would you say, see, like property, would you say that property is the game, property is for everyone? Because I know everybody hears about property and sees property and thinks, oh, I want to be a property investor, I want to be a property developer. But us now being in the property game,
Yeah.
would you say that what's it called, that is for everyone, is as easy as it maybe looks?
It is for everyone.
Okay.
If that's your thing.
Yeah.
Like you kind of know within yourself.
Yeah.
I've always knew I wanted to get into property.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, it's for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you don't bother. But
Yeah.
it's also hard work. Like there's obviously a lot of things out there which make it look easier, make it sound easier.
But it's not, is it?
Nothing's easier.
No.
If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yep.
And so nothing's easier. So you're still gonna have to put your blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah.
You're still not guaranteed success.
Yeah.
You still, it's like any business.
Yeah.
Property is just another business.
Yep. Yep.
And there's people that succeed in it every day. There's people that fail in it every day.
100%, 100%, 100%. Like I know, like like for example, like these networking events we go to. There's, let's just say, it's 300-400 people there. No way them 300-400 people are going to make it in property.
No.
Right. So sooner or later, the best ones are going to start shining, and the ones that are not really in for the realize that, oh, it is actually hard work, or it is more work than I actually thought, and they'll just start going away. And I personally don't think like property is for everyone, because I know like you know yourself, like especially the people that speak to in development, like you can wait months of planning permission, and if you haven't got the patience, if you haven't got, it's like it does pay, but it's slow money.
Yeah.
Same like, for example, your HMO now flat that you had to, you've done the deal, you're then going to spend money on it. It takes time, right, before you end up start seeing some revenue from it. You're looking at what, 3 to 6 months. So like that's not for everyone, is it? Like you have to have some sort of a business or some income coming in from somewhere that you can then live off in the time being while that's going on.
Yeah, I think you're right with that. But in terms of anyone could do it, but I agree that you do need the right mindset to do it.
Definitely.
So that's where part of what we're talking about, why mindset's so important.
Yeah.
If you're going out for a quick buck or think it's easier, then don't even try.
Don't even try.
Forget it, because nothing's like that.
No.
If you're like, how easy is it going to be?
Yeah.
It's the wrong sort of questions anyway. You know, and people will say, oh yeah, I can get £3,000 for a deal. Yeah. But you do realise you've got to find the deal. You've got to learn what a deal is. You've got to network. You've got to get compliant. You've got to do a lot of things. And obviously, 100%. Don't get me wrong. There's people out there that I know that are smashing it, that are selling tens of thousands of pounds worth of deals a month. Yeah. But they've worked hard to get there.
Of course.
And they've got the mindset. There was something else you said at the start of the question. It was people getting into property.
Yeah.
What did I say? Something else linked to it. Do you think anyone can?
Yeah. So it was just basically like, like when you see like, let's just say if I'm a multi-millionaire, I'm a property developer and I'm driving a Ferrari or whatever. Yeah. And then someone might see that, oh, I want to be a property developer, but then actually realize that, wait a minute, it's took him 10, 20 years to get here. Yeah. It's not overnight success. And then at that point, it's like, do I really want to do it? Do I really not? And then they'll just start filtering. The ones that have not got their, like you said, mindset in order, they will just start filtering out. Yeah. And then you'll get the ones that really want to understand generational wealth and want to create wealth for themselves. They'll just stay in it then and be like, this is something I need to do.
Yeah, the start's always the hardest of anything if you're setting up a business.
Definitely.
Or property investing. I remember when I first started in property and I had no property. Yeah. I had my mates taking the piss like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm a property investor. How many properties you got? None. Do you know what I mean? It's like a typical joke. Yeah. But now don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Right.
Now it's like, oh, can I have your book? Can you sign the book for me? Do you know what I mean?
Really? It's
that kind of shit. That's a proud moment for you, though, isn't it?
That's proud moment for you, though, isn't it? That's a proud moment for you, though, isn't it? That's 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 proud moment for you, though, is
Yeah, always remember, the start's going to be the hardest.
Yeah.
That's why the mindset's so important.
What do you think of deal sources? Like, it's a big saying about deal source. Like, a lot of people say they're good, a lot of people, but like, my personal experience, like, I feel like there's a lot of bad ones out there.
Yeah.
What's your experience been like?
Yes, similar. There's bad ones and good ones.
Yeah.
It's all down to the education again. Like, what do you think a deal is? Because my terms of a deal, and probably your terms of a deal, is all money out, like that kind of thing on a BRR. And if someone sends you like you pay your money, and someone sends you a deal, and you're like, "What's this? This ain't even a deal." Do you know what I mean? I want my money back, but then they're an arsehole and they keep your money or something. Then
did you have some problem with someone, didn't you?
A little bit,
did that
yeah,
get
but
sorted,
that's all sorted. Yeah, that's all sorted.
Did they pay you back and all that?
Yeah.
If not, you can call them out.
Yeah, no.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
What we'll do, we'll clip that video.
Yeah.
We put ads behind it, calling them out.
We'll have a part.
But since it all got sorted, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. I think.
I think there's so many bad deal sources out there, and I feel like it's down to maybe they've just not done the right training, or they've just not applied the right methods, or they're just lazy. They'll go and find a deal. They won't even view the property properly.
Yeah.
And they'll just rely on someone else and try to sell you the deal from someone else. And there's a lot of bad ones out there, but you know, because me and you are educated, because me and you know the game.
Yeah.
But for someone who doesn't have a clue, like, you know, you just never know. Like even down to how they word the deal.
Yeah.
I've seen it in so many times. Like, the way they've worded it would be like, it just sounds like I want it now. But then if you actually look at it from a different lens, you realize that it's not really a good deal here, because you've not even put the basic information on.
No.
But, you know, our threshold of that is really high in it. So
yeah, we
different.
expect like the pack to be done.
Yeah. It's just because that's nothing wrong with it. It's just because we would do it that way.
Yeah.
So if I was to package a deal and put it out there, you would have every single number on there. You would know if it's a good deal or bad deal, because I would buy it.
Yeah.
So it's like, and same with you. So just some people are not like that, are they?
I think, yeah, the deal sourcing, I've got a deal sourcing company, but I find it hard.
Yeah.
If I find a good deal, then I want it. I don't want to sell it.
Yeah, but you can't have every deal.
You can't have every deal, no. But then I'm thinking, how can I fund it? How can I get the money?
You're already thinking
and
that.
And then I start, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I think. But yeah, I'm getting a bit more, right, let's just sell that on now then.
Yeah.
Because obviously, in the end, there's only a limited amount of JV partners or time or money. And obviously, you want, if you're getting your $3,000 quick, you know, you sell 10, there's a deposit on a HMO or something.
So true. And because we're educated, we might as well do it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just money. Why would you refuse it? How was your trip? You went to Dubai recently.
Yeah.
How was that?
In the summer.
Family?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, first time I've ever been.
Really?
It was, yeah.
Where did you stay?
Stayed at...
Near the 5 Palm?
Yeah, what's the place called? I've got it on me Instagram.
Yeah.
As well.
So how many of your family? How many is it? You, your missus,
me and my
how many
missus and my son.
Right. So 3 of yous.
Yeah.
How long did you go for? 2 weeks?
Just a week, I think, or 10
How much
days.
did you spend?
Not much. Only it was all inclusive, so not a couple of grand.
Really?
Yeah, not that much. No, not loads. We're doing stuff every day as well.
Nah, bro. I went in about 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Was it 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago. It was over Christmas, New Year's period, and me and my missus went at the time, and we spent 10 grand.
How long did you go for?
10 days. But the hotel was like 3-4 grand.
Oh, you mean including the hotel as well?
Yeah, including hotel and flights.
Probably about 5, including the hotel. I thought you meant just spending money.
No.
Yeah, probably about 5.
Yeah, we spent like 10 grand easy. It was a 10 grand holiday.
Yeah.
I went, but was it luxury? Dubai?
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
What do you think of Dubai?
Oh, it's incredible. It's like
nice, isn't it?
We was even talking about moving out there. And
really?
Yeah. It was getting to that.
I'm hearing there's so many opportunities for properties as well up there now.
Yeah.
Because I remember properties when I remember 10 years ago when there was investment opportunities in Dubai. And then like a couple of years now ago, I heard people say, oh, Dubai is dead now, you can't invest. But I seen like another article come out, I think it was last week, where like the ruler of Dubai is saying Dubai is only starting in terms of property investment.
Yeah.
So I think over the next 10 years, it'll be like huge opportunities there.
It will.
But I just don't know how it works with, like, see or pay, like you can put deposits down, you can pull money out. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'd get.
I'll have to look into that a little bit more.
Bit
From what I've heard from people here and there, that you have to put bigger deposits down.
Yeah.
But then you just put do an installment, like a lease on a car.
Yeah.
And then eventually you own it or something.
Yeah, because they love
yeah,
different ways they do things.
What's your fitness journey been like in terms of like going gym and healthy eating and that sort of thing?
I'm not the best at that, to be honest. I am got a gym membership.
Yeah.
So I will go to the gym now and then. And at the minute I'm doing windows now and again.
Yeah.
Just not for the money, just to keep me fit.
Yeah.
So, but I do keep fit. I play football in the week.
Do you?
Yeah, so I do. Although I'm not like in the gym every day.
Yeah.
I'll probably go gym once or twice.
Yeah.
Play football. Maybe do windows one day. You know, there'll be something to try and keep me active every day.
Yeah.
In terms of eating, it's hit and miss with me. Like, say, if I'm coming here today, I might have a bit of fast food or something. But I know it's not ideal. I wouldn't.
When I launch this program, I'm gonna get you on it and come on it, because it'll teach you a lot about macros and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then whenever you're ready, you know you've got something there. You can just follow that step 1 guide.
Yeah, definitely.
And it'll definitely change the game, because from my experience, I've seen people that they just don't have the knowledge on what they think they're eating healthy, but they're not.
Yeah.
And sometimes what might be healthy for you might not be healthy for me.
Yeah.
Or what's right for you, what you need for your body structure and everything could be completely different for me. So
yeah, it'd be interesting that.
I'll get you onto that sort of journey.
Because I think that's maybe if there's anything holding me back, it would be diet, fitness. Do you know what I mean? Say like if it comes to a Friday night and me and the missus are like, oh, let's just get a takeaway. Do you know what I mean? And you, as soon as you've ate it, you regret it. You're like, fuck, I shouldn't have ate that. Now I've put on half a stone or something. And, do you know what I mean?
Well, bro, listen, thank you for coming on. Guys, go and read his book. Go and follow him on Instagram. He is on, we're going to put everything in the description below. That's his book. Scott, before we go, do you want to share anything with people, what you do? That's your camera. So speaking there, tell people what you do, how they can reach out to you, and anything that's going on for you in coming. So just speak to people.
So my name's Scott Lyons. I'm on Instagram, so Scott Lyons Official on Instagram. Currently a property investor with over £1 million worth of property. Currently a mortgage advisor. Also have a window cleaning business as well. So if there's any way I can help you in property investing, mortgages, or you've got a business there where the windows need cleaning, let me know. Yeah.
Also with Scott, what he does is because he's got a deal sourcing business. Like if you want any properties, like good deals, get in touch with him. He'll find you good deals, with decent profit margins. So yeah, he's a good man all around, and get in touch with him if you need anything.